Hi, I'm Deshan Chamant Prashant Corin. Um, this is the corporate accounting unit. So this is the second assignment in individual assignment. Um, Today's the topic is how to evaluation of cash flow statement compare the BHP, Santos, and Fantastic. Move on, discuss with this presentation, and mainly what's the income statement. We can discuss an income statement show companies financial performance during the periods, like it is like categories like that's income, expenses, gross profit, and final net profit. Move on. And cash flow statement. A cash flow statement, what's the cash flow statement actually? A cash flow statement is a financial statements that provide the cash flow and outflow of the company, and it's like it's translate the revenue and expenses in the income statement of the cash flow and outflows, and show the cash flow generated from operating, investment, and financial activities. Finally, it shows the stability and uses or source of finance. And moved on, second one, a major source and use of cash. It's like three categories. First, operations activities, investment activities, and financial activities. The under the each categories divide the three parts, like the under the operational activities, trade receipts and payments, and dividend, interest paid, and receipts, and finally movement in working capital line items. And investment activities, investment on PPE and proceeds from sales of assets, and exploration expenses. Finally, financial activities, share issues, dividend paid, and share buyback, repayment and settlement of interest bearing liabilities. Move on. Analysis of cash flow from operations. BHP Limited is cash flow generated from the operation positive and very strong. Income in tax, sorry, in increase in net income tax and royalty related taxation paid during the year. And Santos Limited cash flow statement of Santos stay very positive and reported significant growth like 25% compared to the BHP Limited. And Fantastic Limited, final one. Yeah, we are already divided compared to the three main companies like BHP, Santos Limited, and Fantastic Limited. The Fantastic Limited, the cash flow is situated in a very bad position. This is mainly due to the sales drop due to the COVID-19. Move on. It shows the flow from operation and net profit after tax BHP Limited's operation activities like $15,049 and it comes net operating cash flow actually from continued operations $17,397. Finally, net operating cash flow charge 871 net operating cash flow. Move on. Ability of cash from operations to pay for all of its capital expenditure. So like the operating cash flows, BHP Limited, and we compare to the three main companies BHP, Santos, and Fantastic. The BHP 17871 and Santos 2046, and Fantastic is like you can see that 8030. The capital expenditure is 2607 in BHP and Santos and 1033 subcoin minus. You can see like that. And compare to the Fantastic, Santos is more minus in compared to Fantastically, and sorry, compare compare to each three companies. we can discuss it. BHT LTD, Santos, and Fantastic. Positive and strong. Ability to manage capex is success, like possible. And Santos is positive and strong, and Fantastic is very bad, big, impossible. They can't do. And ability of cash from operation to pay off dividend. A firm should have adequate operational cash flow to pay off dividend. BHP and Santos Ltd paid the dividend for its shareholders by using its favorable cash flow. And Fantastic Ltd has not paid any dividend during the financial year of 2019. This could be due to poor operational cash flow result and sales drop due to the COVID-19 influence. Move on. Ability of cash from operation to pay off dividend. The organization used its favorable operation cash flow to divide the payment. BHP and Santos Ltd paid the dividend for its shareholders by using its favorable operational result and favorable operation cash flow. Operational cash flow dividend pay, like companies BHP and Santos 17,871, dividend paid 12,593, and Santos 2046, dividend 251. The operating cash flow of Fantastic Ltd is 8030, and they have not paid any dividend due to the poor cash flow position. Move on. Excess cash. Excess cash is calculated by subtracting the cash outflow from the cash inflows. If a positive figure results, then a company is considered to have excess cash. Effective use of cash. Excess cash. To settle the company liability, sell the lenders with higher financial cost, investment for a growth, and a bonus for staff since the excess. On and sources and uses of cash. BHP sources. BHP can operating results, dividend and interest receipts, proceeds from de-investments of onshore US, proceeds from interest bearing liabilities. Uses. BHP used for capital expenditure, exploration activities, dividend payments, share buyback. Or other well, company BHP Limited, interest payment and loyalty related taxation payment, investment of PPE, exploration expenditure, and dividend payment, share buyback. And Santos Ltd, repayment of borrowing, dividend payment, is investment activities like exploration, oil, gas, assets. And Fantastic Ltd, share issues, borrowing, settlement of borrowing. Move on. Trend in capital expenditure. BHP Ltd has increased its capital expenditure on property, plant and equipment and exploration activities, 25%. Increase in capex compared to last 5. Santos Ltd has decreased its investment over capital expenditure compared to last year, and there is a 59% reduction in a capex. Due to the negative operating cash flow, Fantastic Ltd has not made any investment on capex during the and trend in dividend payment. Dividend payment of BHP has been significantly increased. They use positive operational cash flow and proceed from the dividend of onshore US. And in Santos Ltd, the dividend payment for its shareholders increased significantly since the recent 2 years. They have not made any dividend payment in the year 2017. And finally, due to the poor operational performance and poor cash flow position, the Fantastic Ltd has not made any dividend payment for its customers. And the trend in borrowing. The needs of borrowing comes where the companies have no adequate cash for its internal investment and other operational needs. For repayments of borrowing, is the trend of BHP and Santos Ltd. They have used positive cash flow generated from operating activities flow for this purpose. Uh, Fantastic Ltd has borrowed and sell its borrowing during the year. Uh, Proceeded from borrowing 5,666 and settlement of borrowing. Uh, Settlement of borrowing 5,136 US. Move to other important evaluation of financial strength of companies. The companies with strong financial position and stability in the cash flow always represent a strong financial capacity where usual for lending and investments since they have adequate and enough cash flow to pay its current liabilities. And move on, evaluation of financial strength of companies. Compared to the financial position of these three companies, Fantastic Ltd Limited is not suitable or recommended for lending since its financial position is very bad and the company run by significant negative cash flows. The final conclusion was the summary of the report presentation compared to the Fantastic BHP and Santos Limited. Is negative cash flows and the evaluation ratios such as operational cash flow, current and total liabilities state is a very strong portion of BHP and Santos Limited. The Fantastic Limited has to energies its collection process in increased sales while reducing its cost of sales to convert its financial position for effective level. And the cash flow from operation activities to total asset and net income. The return of BHP Limited is the highest performance company which reported a higher level of business performance compared to the other two companies. I'll tell again, the cash flow from operation activities to total assets and net income. The return of BHP Limited is the highest performance company which reported a higher level of business performance compared to the other two companies. And evaluation of financial strength of companies. Compare the financial position of these three companies. Fantastic is not suitable recommended for lending since financial was very bad and company run by the significant negative cash flow. I already read that content. Suitable company for lending. Operational cash flow liability is 1.45, which represents a very strong position in Santos. And cash flow from operation total asset ratio assets BHP Limited 17.7% and in Santos Limited is 12.39%. As a result of Fantastic Limited for above ratio are negative. Therefore, both BHP and Santos Limited suitable for lending. This is my individual assessment summary of the reports. This is my second assignment. Mainly this, I think mainly that presentation is they thinking, but all summary of the report, what the both all three companies, how the evaluation of the cash flow, and I already discussed with the conclusion which company is most suitable for invest, and how about the BHP financial cash flow statement, and Santos and Fantastic. Those three companies, these three companies, the main summary of these three company, main summary of these three company. I'm more discussed with BHP Santos fantastic. I've already discussed with my report this in detail in every three companies in how to evaluation of cash flow and statement. Thank you.